Hey guys, Steve Cooper here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to set up your website as a teenager. And this is super simple. It only takes a few minutes, and it's way easy to get started. I'm going to walk you step by step through how to do this, and you're watching this video right here on this page. I'm going to walk you through every step so you can know how to do it and not get confused. You know, when I first did this I was a little bit confused, but we're going to make it super simple for you. So you'll see this blue button that says Open Bluehost in a new window. I want you to click that button, and that's going to open up a separate page. And Bluehost is awesome. I've met with them personally. I've told them what I'm doing about inspiring and helping teens start their own websites, and they were so excited about this same thing that I'm excited about, helping you to start your own website. They're giving me this super awesome deal. $2.95 a month. This might change over time, but for now, this is the best deal you will ever find for Bluehost on the internet. So, and it's strictly for kids and teens who have come to howtomakemoneyasakid.com and taken this course. So you're literally getting the best pricing that there is, and hopefully I can keep it that way. But anyway, this is awesome, and I use Bluehost on all my sites. I've actually had some questions about kids ask me, well, what if I use Wix.com or these other places that you can start a free website? And what I've told you before is they're actually not free. So if you see here $2.95 a month, that's with a 36-month plan. But let's go over here to Wix, and you can see they have a free plan where you can set up a website for free, but you have their ads and they get money from your website and the way you would get money. So with the free website, you won't be able to make any money from it. From their basic plan, it's $5 a month, which is more than the Bluehost, and you still have their ads. And then for the $10 a month, they remove their ads, but that's like way more than you'd pay for Bluehost. And then the unlimited, I mean, it's just way more expensive. So that's why nothing is really free. If something says it's free, it's not really free. So that's why I recommend just going with Bluehost. It's what I'm going to train you on because it's what I'm familiar with. It's what I've built all my websites on, and I highly recommend it. So open up two pages like this so you can kind of watch the video, pause it when you need to pause it, and get going. So if you're on like a mobile device, let me show you. It'll look a little bit different. You won't see my face. It'll look like this. So that's what it'll look if you're on a mobile device. But you're still in the right place. I mean, you can see it gets bigger. Anyway, so what you need to do is click this Get Started Now button, and this is going to give you different options for what you can do. Now, you probably just want to start with the basic plan. Over time, as your website starts making more and more money, you'll probably want to upgrade it. But still, even when you upgrade, it's still super cheap. I mean, I think I'm on one of their most advanced plans, and I'm still paying less than the Wix. So you'll go down here, you'll click Select, and now this is where you put in your domain name. So hopefully you've thought of what your website should be about. If you've watched my training on finding your niche or finding the topic you want it to be about, you really want this to be about your inner remarkability, something that you can be best in the world at, something that you're passionate about, something that you can make money with. So I've actually been exploring a new business that I'm going to be starting around greenhouses, and so I'm going to try passivesolar.com. This is where you choose the ending, and like I said, .com is probably the best one to get. Or if you have your own domain name, like you've purchased a domain name before somewhere else and you want to use that domain name, you can put that domain name here, and then it can transfer it over and work with you there. But I'm going to click right here, see if this domain is available. Dang, so it's not available. So I'm going to go ahead and change it a little bit. I'm going to call it the passivegreenhouse.com. Let's try that. So you might have a struggle to find your perfect domain. Okay, there we go, it worked. But a lot of times you can put like a my or smart or some kind of filler word before that still makes your name sound cool. But you might have to play with that a little bit to find what name is actually available that you can use. So now I'm going to go ahead and put in all my information. I'm not going to show you this information because I don't want you to steal my information, which I trust you guys probably wouldn't do it, but anyway. So go ahead and you'll just type in your first name, last name, your address, zip number, phone number, email address, all of that. And then down here, your package information. So you can choose between 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, and 60 months. When I first did this, I did the 36 month. You get the best value. And like I said, it took me 3 years to get my website started, so that was great. I didn't have to worry about paying again, and it gives you a super good deal. But I mean, even if you pay for just 12 months, it's still going to be very affordable, even though it's like $2 a month more. But I'm going to go with the 36-month package. So domain privacy, what this is, it's basically, $12 a year, is when you have a website, your information is public, and so people can search your information and they can like find your phone number and your email and all that kind of stuff. So if you buy domain privacy, then that hides that, and it just uses like Bluehost as standard like information. So people are calling Bluehost instead of you, which I've done both ways. I don't know, like you do get a lot of spam if you don't do this, which is kind of annoying, but you can do either way. Site Backup Pro, you can get this. You need to have some kind of backup. Now this is actually a pretty good price. It's not huge, but I use a different program for my backup on my site, because if anything ever happens to your site and it goes down, you want to be able to have a backup so you can always have your stuff saved. So I'm actually going to click off of that. Jumpstart, no. Site lock security, no. I'm going to cancel that. So 63% off. It's a huge savings. So this is with the domain privacy protection. If I take that off, it even makes it even cheaper. So it's only $106.20. I mean, that's super cheap. And then go ahead and put in your credit card number or your parents' credit card number. I mean, obviously you want to talk to your parents and make sure they're on board with you starting your website. But really, this is like the best education that you can get. I mean, even if your first website fails, which I don't think it will if you'll do the things that I teach you to do, but even if it fails, the education that you'll get from starting a website is unparalleled. Like, you're not going to learn this stuff in school. You can't start a website in school and that makes money. I mean, they don't teach you how to do this stuff. But if you can, in your own time, and figure out how to start a website that makes you money, literally, if you do this, you will never need a job. So talk to your parents, sell them on the vision, and work with them to get this set up. So click here and then submit. So I'm actually going to do this, but I'll do it real quick, but I'm not going to record it. And then I'll see you on the next slide after I click submit. Okay, so this is what you'll see after you put in all your information. Okay, so you need to create your own password. And you want this password to be very secure. I would actually suggest using this, having them suggest a password, because then they can give you a really strong password, and then just save it somewhere safe. But you can see that this has pretty good strength for a password. You can use something like a 1Password or something for doing saving your passwords, because it's kind of hard to remember these kind of passwords. But make sure it's a strong password. Now I'll go ahead and log in. Boom. So this is your cPanel. This is kind of like the home page when you log into your account, what you're going to see. So now what you need to do is actually set up WordPress. Now WordPress is like the best thing to set up a website on, because you literally can do anything. There is every kind of plugin that you can imagine, every kind of piece of software that you can imagine. You can build any kind of website with WordPress. And so it's definitely the global leader in websites. So that's what I'd recommend. So you're gonna go down here and click install WordPress. Okay, let's get started. So select your domain. So I'm gonna click that one. Click next. Okay, so here you want to change your site title. I'm just going to change it to Passive Greenhouse. This is my username. So actually it's probably best not to have your admin username as your email. So something like that. That's almost, so you just want it to be so it's like that, makes it even double protected when you have a password, an admin that's not easy to guess. Like it's pretty easy to guess your email because usually your email is pretty public. So if you can easily not guess your admin, that's another way to keep your site more secure. So now I'll go ahead and copy this so I don't forget it. Alright, so now I'll go ahead and click install. So it's pretty simple to get this set up. It used to be a lot harder, but it's pretty quick now. Okay, so here you can see it's installing. So you can look down here through some like different kind of website themes. So the hosting is what is like the computer for your website, and WordPress is kind of like the code and the language for your website, and then your theme is the look. It's the kind of the look, what you want your website to look like. So there's a lot of free themes out there you can find. I'm probably just going to start with a free theme. That's what I'd recommend, starting with a free one, and then as you kind of get more into this, then you can find a theme that you better like, that better fits what you really want. You can look through some of these, but I'd recommend when you do buy a theme that's been used by a lot of people. You don't want to try something that's free and hasn't been used by anybody, because it can have a lot of bugs and you're going to run into a lot of problems. So you want to choose a theme that's been used by a lot of people, has a lot of good reviews. That will help you get through this process. Okay, so it looks like it's done. Alright, so my installation was successful. So this is actually where you'll log in. I'm going to copy this just so I have it. But when you go to log into your website, you'll log into /wp-admin. This is my username, this is my password. So make sure you have all this stuff written down. You can reset your password if you do forget this. So click here, and that will take you to your website. So now I'm going to type in my username and password. So this is pretty basic. They try to make this as easy as possible. So this is going to probably be, I'd probably just do a personal site. Okay, so here you want to add so you already changed your website title. Now your description is another thing you want to change. Just right now I'll try to think of something quick, but you kind of want this to be kind of the tagline for your website. They kind of enjoying homegrown food all year, something like that. Okay, let's launch. Okay, so in this step you can choose to have either a static welcome page, which is kind of like your home page just always kind of stays the same, or you can have kind of like a blog style homepage where it just shows the most recent blog posts. For starting, I'd probably go with this until you can kind of create some images using Canva and make your web page look better once you've had some more content, kind of thinking about more of what you're going to create on your website. But for now, I would just probably start with this because it's just simple. And a contact us page, if you want people contacting you, say yes. Connect it to WordPress.com. You can connect to WordPress.com and it gives you a bunch of stats. I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, now customize your site. So WordPress has a bunch of free themes that are already built in. As you can see, it's kind of, this is a theme that they just kind of give you to start with. I think you can actually choose from a couple different ones that you like. So if you go over here to Parents and then Themes, you can see they have this 2017, 2015, 2016. It all just depends on the kind of style that you like. This is kind of a more modern look. It's kind of more traditional look of the website. So it just kind of depends on what you're going for. I'm just going to leave it on this one. But you can click here to customize. It'll take us back to where we were, and you can customize a few different things. Like if you have a logo, you can create a logo and upload it here, and it'll put, instead of like these little things, you can have your logo that shows up. You can create those logos for free in canva.com, which is awesome. It's what I use for everything. And you can select your own images and different things like that. So pretty basic. Select your website colors. I mean, custom, dark, light. I'm just going to keep it the same. Your header media, you can change this big image right here if you have some other big image you'd rather have it to be. I mean, obviously you would want to have something that's like about your thing. So I probably want to put a picture here of a greenhouse of some kind. And then you can create your menus, but you probably need to create some content before you create your menus. That's like when you have like your about page and your some of the best resources, across the top of your website. That's what your menu is. And then your widgets. This is things that you see on the sidebar of your website, and the footer area, which is like at the bottom of every web page that you're on your website. It's like what things do you want to appear there. You can set those up. But again, so we just did a bunch of basic stuff here. You can change this stuff later. But probably the first thing you want to do is come in here to posts, and you want to trash this first post. It's just like a hello world basic one. Just throw it away because you don't want it to show up. And pages, you can go to pages and do the same. Here's your contact us. Delete this sample page plugin. So let's just create a blog post real quick. So there's different kinds of pages. So a blog post is probably where you're going to create most of your content, but you can also create pages. I mean, they're basically the same thing. It's just a blog post is easier to kind of categorize and document the different times. I create most of my content through posts, but for pages like an About Me page, it's more for like kind of customized pages that aren't going to be like a blog post, is when you want to use pages. But let's go ahead and just create a new page. Okay, so we'll just click up here, add new, if I can spell. Okay, and then this is where you would type the content. So I'm not going to write a whole blog post right now, but you can see that once you're done writing it, you can publish it. You can add images, you can change the font, the headings, all these different kinds of things. You now are the official owner of a website. So I'll show you this website real quick. So now if I go to the passive greenhouse.com, boom, there we go. There's my website, and here's my first blog post. Is that cool? So that's super simple. You have your own website, your own blog post, ready to go. So it's like I said, it's super easy to get this set up. It's really what comes after is creating the right kind of content, really researching your niche and finding out what kind of content is going to dominate your niche, and how you leverage your inner remarkability to make a killer website. Well guys, thanks for watching. I hope you're able to understand some of the basics of setting up WordPress and get your own website set up with Bluehost, and walk you through the steps. Like I said, it's pretty easy, it's pretty basic. But in the next trainings, I'm going to be showing you more and more about how to actually create content on your website that does well. So the next step is going to be about website marketing. You can go to that page, and that's going to actually teach you how to get people to see your website. It's going to talk about all the kind of things, kind of a general overview of kind of your strategy for how to get traffic, how to get people coming to your website, because that's how at the end of the day, that's how you're going to make money. And then I'll have a lot more trainings than this actually that I'll be posting in the Cash Academy. It's cashacademy.org, and it's free to sign up, and it's just a place you can go where I put all of my best content. You can go there and you can I'll be putting trainings on like how to write an awesome blog post that will get ranked in Google, so you get just free traffic coming to it. That's how I built my How to Make Money as a Kid website. Basics of building YouTube channels and what I know about building Instagram accounts and all these different things for getting traffic to your website. So the website marketing is going to be there, and then the additional trainings that will be free will be inside the Cash Academy. So go on to the next training now, and that will kind of give you a good idea of how to start getting people to your website. So thanks guys, and again, contact me if you run into any problems in setting up your own website with this. I'd be more than happy to help you. So you can always email me at steve@howtomakemoneyaskid.com, and I'd love to help you through and if you run into any problems. But it's pretty straightforward. It's very basic and very easy. But again, if you have any problems, feel free to contact me. I mean, I'll even jump on the phone with you if you really need it. So anyway, we'll see you in the next training.